Hey guys, Chad here. We've been thinking about doing a series of video blogs to talk about recovery, so figured I'd give it a shot. Sitting here thinking about what I wanted to talk about and things that were important to my recovery or that affected my recovery. And one thing I came to was fear. Um, in the beginning, when I was out there and using and I was addicted, I had a lot of fear. My life was a complete mess, and I knew I needed help, but there was all this fear on what that was going to look like. Like if I went to get help, what would happen? Like fear of what people would think of me if I were to admit that I was an addict. I was in dental school, and fear of what would happen with school, what would happen, what would my classmates think, what would my family think, and what would all my other friends out there think of me. And that fear, it really paralyzed me for a long time, and it kept me from getting help way before I actually did. Um, but once the pain finally got great enough, and I surrendered, and I went to get help first time, it was the fears were all still there. Like I didn't know, would I be able to do this? Would I fail? Would I relapse? Because I knew I didn't want to go back to that life I had, but just the future was so uncertain. But as I took time and started to get invested in this process of recovery, those fears started to get away. Um, I had a lot of fear of, would I ever be able to have fun again? Would I ever be able to have a life without drinking or drugs? Because that was all I knew. That was the only way I knew how to have fun. The only way I knew how to interact with people. But recovery has taken that fear and replaced it with hope. Um, I have a better life today than I ever could have imagined, just as a result of being involved with the recovery program, being committed to working on myself, and surrounding myself with positive people who are also invested in recovery. And life is way better than I ever would have expected. So, just for anybody who's out there and who might be struggling and who might be watching this, I just want to try to give you some hope. And I know it's scary. It's scary out there to be in that dark place. You feel like there's no way out, and you're scared of what life will be like, if you were to try to get help and get clean. And just want to say that's normal. You can talk to anyone, any recovering addict, and they'll tell you they had all those same fears. But just got to trust in the process of recovery and trust in other people who have been there and who have found a better way to live, and trust it. That way it can be available to you too. It definitely takes some work, and it takes some faith to step out there. But I can assure you, it's more than worth it. Anyone out there struggling, I wish you could find the gift of recovery and sobriety for yourself, because it's better than you ever could have imagined. Um, so that's really all I got, and thanks.